Central Virginia's longest-running high school academic quiz show. Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. And now, host Cheryl Miller.
Hello and good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. We're excited to be back with our 19th season of Central Virginia's longest-running high school academic quiz show. As with a lot of things these days, we have had to make some changes to the way our game is played due to the pandemic. Our competition still welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia, but they're joining us remotely. Today's teams are the Falcons of the Fuqua School, coached by Corinne Van Dorp. Founded in 1993, Fuqua School is a private primary and secondary school in Farmville in Southside Virginia. The fully accredited independent co-educational school serves approximately 350 students in grades pre-K through grade 12. It aims to provide a well-rounded, values-based education experience for all. Also with us remotely today, the Chargers of Isle of Wight Academy, coached by Janet Huber. A private day school, Isle of Wight is in Isle of Wight County near Smithfield. The non-sectarian co-educational school has pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students. With a college preparatory curriculum, students have a choice of visual and performing arts, sports, and special interest clubs. A big welcome to all of our students today. But since we can't all be together here in our studio, here's a look at how the gameplay has changed. We will have toss-up rounds. Questions will be directed to each team. To answer a question, players will raise their hands. The first answer from a team is the accepted answer. In the case of multiple responses, the host and judges will determine who answered first. Plus, new this year, video questions from the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch. We'll have more on that just ahead. All right, teams, let's start our first toss-up round. The first question goes to Fuqua School. 80% of all pumpkins produced commercially in the United States are produced within a 90-mile radius of Peoria. In what state? That would be in Peoria, Illinois. Isle of Wight Academy, name the Austrian physicist best known for a thought experiment concerning wave function collapse and the death of a hypothetical cat. Mark, I need you to turn your mic on for me.
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger is correct. Erwin Schrodinger. Fuqua School, the line of demarcation established by the Treaty of Tordesillas in the 1490s, divided the world of exploration between what two European countries? James.
Spain and Portugal.
That is correct. Isle of Wight Academy. In musical and scientific terminology, words such as algebra, alcohol, zenith, and tambourine were contributed to English by what culture? That would be Arabic. Fuqua School, measuring up to 11 inches across, about the size of a volleyball, what sea creature has the largest eyes in the animal kingdom? James.
Colossus squid.
That is correct. Isle of Wight, name the bird that is the largest passerine or perching bird in North America, and according to legend, if they leave the Tower of London, the British kingdom of not Baltimore will fall. Devin?
The crow.
Repeat for me, please.
The crow.
That would be the raven. All right, Fuqua School, watch the screen, please. Here's your video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
After his capture in Georgia, Confederate President Jefferson Davis was held in casemate number 2 inside which fort located at Hampton, Virginia?
Hands up if you have an answer. And that would be Fort Monroe. Isle of Wight Academy, a tiny country surrounded by Belgium, France, and Germany. Name the European nation that is on the same latitude as Vancouver, British Columbia, about 49 degrees north latitude. Mark.
Luxembourg.
That is correct. Fuqua School, Baby, Sporty, Ginger, Scary, and Posh were singers in what 1990s pop girl group? No Spice Girls fans in the bunch, huh? All right, that was the Spice Girls. Isle of Wight, pencil and paper may be needed for this one. The product of two consecutive positive integers, x and x plus 1, is 462. What is the value of the smaller number x? That would be 21. Fuqua School, you may need your pencil and paper for this one. Express your result in degrees. A and B are points on a circle centered at O, forming an angle AOB of 45 degrees. Tangents to the circle at points A and B intersect at C, forming an obtuse angle. What is the measure of angle ACB? Be 135 degrees. That buzzer means a good job so far by our teams, but we've got a lot more questions to throw at them. Up next, we'll meet today's players, and then they'll take on the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
And here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Fuqua School with 20 points. Our Isle of Wight Academy team also with 20 points. We'll get back to our match just ahead, but first we want to introduce you to today's players. Let's meet our team first from Fuqua School. They are the Falcons. Their coach is Corinne Van Dorp. First up is James Royal. James is a junior. He's a Keystone member of the Envirothon team. He's also an Eagle Scout, congratulations, and is a nationally ranked esports player. The captain of our team from Fuqua School is George Magnotti. He's captain of the football team, the SCA president, and likes to play music, cook, and watch Netflix. Netflix and chill, I guess. And wrapping up our team, they are playing with 3 team members today. Brandon Seiler. Brandon's a freshman. He's a member of the cross-country team, an Eagle Scout candidate, and enjoys playing games and likes riding his bike. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today here from your school in Farmville. Now let's meet our team from Isle of Wight Academy in the Hampton Roads area. First up is Devin Wilson. Devin is a senior. He is also an Eagle Scout. He wants to go to school for automotive maintenance after high school, and he currently has a part-time job. Among all of his studies, he works at Chick-fil-A. Our team captain from Isle of Wight Academy is Mark Thompson. Mark is a senior. He's a baseball player. He's a mountain biker who also likes to play video games, print on his 3D printer, and likes to lift weights for fun. Next up is Petra Cutler, who is a senior. She runs cross-country as a member of the National Honor Society and enjoys dogs and hanging out with her friends. And wrapping up our team from Isle of Wight, Hannah Willman, who is a senior. She plays on the basketball and golf teams, hopes to get into her dream college, which she says is Christopher Newport University. Good luck with that. And enjoys volunteering at her church and taking care of the younger children. That is our team from Isle of Wight Academy. Thanks to all of our players for being here with us today. Now, for our category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Teams, here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are state nicknames, begins with P, and secretaries of state. And we do note in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answers. Generally speaking, the high score team gets first choice of category. We do have a tie match, so in that case, the person with the last correct question, the team with the last correct question goes first. That is Isle of Wight Academy. So Mark, quickly talk it over with your teammates. Let me know what category you'd like to tackle.
We'll go with begins with P.
All right. And I need you to keep your microphone on, Mark, so that we can get your answers from you, okay? All right. Identify each of the following which begins with the letter P. The first is a noun which refers to more than one thing.
Plural.
That is correct. Sleep garments worn to bed.
Pajamas.
Correct. Board on which an artist places and mixes his colors.
Palette.
Correct. Having multiple spouses at the same time.
Polyamorous.
Repeat for me, please.
Polyamorous.
That is incorrect. We're looking for polygamy or polygamist. A2 plus B2 equals C2.
Pythagorean theorem.
Correct. Singer Prince's first movie.
Purple rain.
Correct. Golf club used on the green.
Putter.
Correct. Air carried plant particles that aggravate hay fever.
Pollen.
Correct. A fruit or to trim parts from a plant.
Prune.
Correct. And finally, last name of the singer, Elvis.
Presley.
That is correct. Good job on that category, our team from Isle of Wight Academy. Now, Fuqua School, you will either play state nicknames or secretaries of state. George, what would you and your team like to play?
State nicknames.
All right, identify the U.S. state with the following nicknames. The first is the Beaver State.
Oregon.
Correct. The Garden State.
New Jersey.
Correct. The Last Frontier.
Alaska.
Correct. The Hoosier State.
Indiana.
Correct. The Pelican State.
Louisiana.
Correct. The Equality State.
California.
That'd be Wyoming. The Palmetto State.
South Carolina.
Correct. The Show Me State.
Missouri.
Correct. The Tar Heel State.
North Carolina.
Correct. And finally, the Keystone State.
Wyoming. Wait, no.
And that would be Pennsylvania. Good job with the category round by our teams. Up next, we've got another toss-up round for them to tackle here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us for that.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. The Fuqua School team with 60 points and the Isle of Wight Academy team with 65 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. Again, questions are being directed to each team and we're alternating between teams. The players will raise their hand if they want to answer, and there is no point deduction for an incorrect answer. The first question in this round goes to Isle of Wight. This nation's capital lies on a namesake bay on the west of the Persian Gulf. Name this emirate occupied by Iraq before the Persian Gulf War. And that would be Kuwait. Fuqua School. Cesar Romero, Heath Ledger, and Joaquin Phoenix have all cinematically portrayed what comic book villain on the big screen? George.
The Joker.
That is correct. Isle of Wight, watch the screen, please. Here's your video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains, Brainy Bunch.
The world's first electric trolley system debuted in 1888 in which Virginia city?
Devin?
Richmond.
That is correct. Good job. All right, Fuqua School. The centripetal forces involved in circular motion do not generate this scalar quality because they are always perpendicular to the velocity. Name this physical quantity which is measured in joules. That would be work. Isle of Wight Academy Castle Garden in New York City was replaced in January 1892 by what location as the main East Coast Immigration Center until it closed in 1954? Devin.
Ellis Island.
That is correct. Fuqua School. According to the American Film Institute's list of top screen heroes and villains, a top-ranked hero is a character from Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath. His first name is Tom. Give his last name. And that would be Jode. Isle of Wight Academy. What type of sugar does Harry Styles sing about in his 2019 pop hit? Petra.
Watermelon.
That is correct. Watermelon sugar. Fuqua School. This popular reality TV show's logo is a hand holding a microphone. Name this program that has 4 judges who can individually turn their chairs around to choose a contestant. George.
The Voice.
That is correct. Isle of Wight Academy. In the Bible, Leviticus 19:28 prohibits this practice, the name of which comes from a Tahitian verb meaning to strike or to mark. Name this form of ink-based body art. Devin.
Tattoos.
That is correct. Fuqua School. It was the bloodiest single day of the American Civil War. The date, September 17th, 1862. In what state did this battle take place? James. James.
Virginia.
It was in Maryland. It was Antietam or Sharpsburg, but the state was Maryland. Isle of Wight Academy. Agusia is the loss of function by what function? By the human tongue. Agusia. Devin.
Taste.
That is correct. Fuqua. The Expos move to Washington doesn't count. Founded in 1998, name either of the 2 newest franchises in Major League Baseball. George.
The Marlins.
It would be the Tampa Bay Rays or the Arizona Diamondbacks. Isle of Wight Academy, known as the Little Giant, what Illinois politician won the 1858 Senate race but lost the 1860 presidential election? Mark.
Douglas.
Stephen Douglas is correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round and we'll have today's winner here on Battle of the Brains.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.
Here are the scores as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. We've got the Fuqua School with 80 points, Isle of Wight Academy with 125 points. Now in this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer. And again, in this virtual version of Battle of the Brains, we are directing questions by team, and any team member can answer by raising their hand after the question is fully read. All right, here's your first question in this final round. It goes to Fuqua School. Concatenate means linked together. Spell concatenate. It's C-O-N-C-A-T-E-N-A-T-E. Isle of Wight Academy, it is similar in size to Earth, and from 1990 to 1994, what planet was studied by the Magellan probe? Devin.
Venus.
Venus is correct. Fuqua School. Who is the only band named after a spicy fruit to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? It was in 2012. George.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That is correct. Isle of Wight Academy. The 1961 CIA Bay of Pigs invasion was a failed mission involving the U.S. and what country? Mark.
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. Fuqua School. As of July 2021, what nation has the highest percentage of the world's Muslims? James.
Saudi Arabia.
It's actually Indonesia. Isle of Wight Academy. Which NFL team is the reigning Super Bowl champions? Devin.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That is correct. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Fuqua School. What famous actor has appeared in the X-Men movie franchise, the MCU, the Disney film Underdog, and the HBO series Game of Thrones as Tyrion Lannister? That would be Peter Dinklage. Isle of Wight Academy. Brisbane, Perth, and Canberra are all major cities in which country? Hannah.
Russia?
That would be Australia. Fuqua School. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. In pentagon ABCDE, angle A is the smallest. The other 4 angles all have twice the degree measure of angle A. What is the measure in degrees of angle A? And that would be 60 degrees. Isle of Wight. What well-known fashion designer was murdered in front of his Miami Beach home July 15, 1997 by Andrew Cunanan? That would be Gianni Versace. Fuqua School. Zildjian, Paisti, and Sabian are brands of what type of percussion instrument? Those are cymbals. Isle of Wight Academy, the Transvaal and the Orange Free State fought against Great Britain and its 2 colonies, Cape Colony and Natal, in what war that lasted from 1899 to 1902? That was the Boer War. Fuqua, also known as the Will Rogers Highway and the Mother Road, named this famous highway, started in 1926, that ran from Chicago to Santa Monica, California. George.
Route 66.
That is correct. Isle of Wight Academy. The actual heart of Richard the Lionheart is in the Notre Dame Cathedral of this port city south of Paris. It is also where Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. Name this largest and capital city of Normandy, France. Hannah?
Constantinople.
It would be Rouen. And that buzzer means our match is over. While our judges double-check the final score, we want to remind you how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains. To find out more about our show, just log on to battleofthebrains.net. You'll also find Battle of the Brains on Facebook and full episodes of the show on our YouTube page. And as we continue round 1 of our new season of Battle of the Brains, join us next week when we virtually welcome teams from Cosby High School of Midlothian and Colonial Heights High School of Colonial Heights. Now, here's the final score determining who will go on in this season's competition. The Fuqua School ends the match with 120 points. Great job today by James, George, and Brandon. Our winner and team going on to the next round is Isle of Wight Academy with a final score of 185 points. Great job today by Devin, Mark, Petra, and Hannah. We will see you all soon. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains. We'll see you back here next Saturday morning. Thanks, teams.
Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan.